Welcome, Namaste, I'm Sally. Today I'm going to teach a short hip opening Vinyasa flow yoga class. Available for everybody. I will give options and modifications, so please just listen to your body and use your breath to guide you. We're going to start lying down in Shavasana. So finding a comfortable lying down position. Legs belong along the front of the mat, just letting the feet gently roll out to the side. And the arms can either be away from the body, palms face up, or maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. A little bit more nourishing if you want a little bit more of an internal practice. Closing your eyes. And just feeling the support of the earth here under the body, noticing parts of the body that are touching the mat, feeling fully present right here, right now. Grounding down, letting the body just be heavy and relaxed, letting go of any tension, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders, letting the legs, the hips, feet, the arms, the hands, everything just being still and relaxed. And then drawing the awareness inward as you draw the awareness to the breath, inhaling in through the nose, feeling the breath channeling through the body. Maybe the ribs expand to the sides, maybe the belly rises. And exhale, releasing, letting go. Slowing down your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Relaxing the nervous system and just cultivating this state of stillness and calm in the body and the mind. Taking both hands now onto the heart center and just opening with an intention for your practice. So maybe cultivating a deeper state of peace and calm within you, irrespective of what's going on in the outside world. Or maybe a dedication to someone in your life or people suffering. Gently taking the hands away from the heart, flip the palms to face up. And then take the hands on the back of the thighs as you bend the knees. Draw the knees into the chest. Keep the knees a little wider, so outward shoulder width. And then hands just on the front of the shins as you gently rock side to side. Just releasing the low back, nice stretch in the hips. And taking the left foot down to the mat, right ankle over the left thigh, flex the foot. Lift the left foot and then take a hold of the back of the left thigh as you draw the left thigh towards the chest, opening that right hip. Maybe the right elbow gently dresses on the right inner thigh. Left lower leg is nice and relaxed, and maybe a gentle rock side to side, just easing into that hip, using the breath to just find some space. And then gently lower the left foot down to the mat. Keep the legs as they are, arms extend out in a T shape, and lower the legs over to the left. Maybe the left hand gently draws on the right outer thigh. Maybe gazing over the right shoulder. A little stretch and a little twist in that right hip, the low back, breathing deeply. And then drawing the knees back up through center. Switching sides, right foot comes down to the mat, left ankle over the right thigh as you flex the foot, and then lift that right foot up off the mat. Take a hold of the back of the right thigh and draw the thigh towards the chest. Keep drawing that left knee out to the side, and then maybe gently a little rock and roll, just side to side here on the low back. Breathing some space into that left hip. And then releasing the hands, but keep the legs as they are. Just take the right foot down to the mat, and then lower the legs over to the right. Maybe the right hand comes on the outside of the left thigh and gaze over the left shoulder. Gentle twist, using the breath to guide you. Not forcing the twist, just allowing the body to naturally move. And then gently draw the knees back through center, hugging the knees into the chest now. Little rock side to side. We'll take the knees and the feet wide, happy baby. So a nice deep hip opener here as you take a hold, hands on the soles of the feet, gently rocking side to side. Keeping the sacrum on the mat, keep drawing the tailbone down towards the front of the mat, head is relaxed. Draw the knees into the chest, and then take the hands on the back of the thighs as you draw the knees and the thighs a little away from the chest. We're going to rock and roll up and down this time. So coming up into a seat, toes and feet are lifted, round the back as you roll back. Inhale to come up, hold, draw the belly in as you lift the feet up. Exhale as you roll back. Couple more here as you round the back. One more. And then when you come up this time, we're going to cross the legs, take the hands down onto the mat, and step back into downward facing dog, hips up high. So just finding a little bit of movement here, pedaling out the feet, bending one knee, pressing the other heel back. Maybe the hips sway side to side, just breathing into the back of the legs, breathing into the hips. Spread the fingers wide, pushing into all 10 fingers. And then maybe starting to straighten the legs, lift the kneecaps, or you can keep the knees a little soft or a little bent if you like. Drawing the heart back towards the thighs, lifting the sit bones nice and high. Draw the belly up and in. Good, one more breath here, deep, full breaths. And then walking the hands back, about halfway along the mat, pressing into the left hand firmly, right hand on the outside of the left ankle as you twist to the left, gazing under the left armpit. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, keep pushing the floor away through that left arm. And then right hand comes to the right and twist to the right as you take the left hand on the outside of the right ankle, gazing under the right shoulder as you twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Good, and then back into your downward facing dog, walk the hands all the way forward. Inhale, lift up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walking up to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway, fingers come to the shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Root the feet down, inhale, circle the arms, come all the way up. Rising up, draw the belly in. Interlace the fingers, first two fingers point up. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you take a side stretch over to the right. Pressing the hips to the left. Pressing into the left foot firmly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. And then inhale back to center, lengthen. And exhale over to the left. So breathing into that right hip, right side body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gazing up, exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, shift the weight forward, lower the knees. Elbows hug in, Chaturanga. Modify, shoulders in line with the elbows. Come all the way to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the hands, gazes forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hips come back to the heels. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat. Inhale, right leg extends up behind. Bend the knees, stack the hips if that feels available for the hip. And then just some little circles with the knee in one direction and the other direction. Opening up that hip. Good. Inhale, square off the hips, straighten the leg back. Exhale, shift forward into a plank. Right knee comes to the right elbow. Shoulders come over the wrist. Breathing into that right oblique. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Rounding the back. Draw the belly in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the outside of the left elbow. Keep it nice and high. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee to the nose. lightly step it through. Spin the back heel down, wrap the left arm all the way up and around, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Grounding through the legs, knees over the ankle. Draw the shoulders back over the hips, pressing into the outside of the back foot. Inhale, flip the right palm up. Reverse your warrior, reaching up and back, lengthening that right side body. And exhale, right elbow on the right thigh. Left arm can either be straight towards the sky, side angle, or left arm comes all the way up and overhead. Drawing the palm to face down, drawing that left shoulder down away from the ear. Good, one more breath. Bending deeply into that front leg. And then inhale. Back into your reverse warrior as you reach up and back, lengthening. This time, keep reaching back, straighten out the front leg. Inhale, right arm extends forward. And exhale, finding your Trikonasana triangle. So turning that back hip forward a little bit, and then really strong through that back hip and back leg. Left arm towards the sky. Back of the right hand can be on the inner shin or the hand on the ankle or the shin. Pressing firmly into the feet, staying really grounded, lengthening. And then taking the left hand on the left hip, bend into the front knee. Take the gaze forward, half moon Ardha Chandrasana as you shift the weight into the front leg, stacking the hips, opening up that top hip. Flex the back foot, lift both kneecaps, really strong through the legs, and maybe left arm towards the sky. So keep your focus, your drishti somewhere down at the mat. Good. One more full breath here. And then bending into the standing leg, step all the way back with control. Warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, flip the right palm up, reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back. Chaturanga, so knees can come down to lower if you like. Elbows hug into the side, halfway push up. Maybe cobra, maybe outward facing dog. Open the heart and exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up high, push the floor away. Inhale, left leg extends up behind, bend the knee, maybe stacking the hips, knee up to 12 o'clock, foot over to the right. And then some little circles with that knee in one direction and the other direction. Opening up that hip. Inhale, square off the hips, straighten the leg back. Exhale, draw the knee to the outside of the left elbow. Keep it nice and high. Shoulders come forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, rounding the back, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, cross it over, knee to the outside of the right elbow. Keep it nice and high. Inhale, lengthening, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to the nose, round the back, step lightly forward. Spin the back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So grounding through the feet, drawing the shoulders back over the hips, melting the shoulder blades together, finding your drishti. Inhale, flip the left palm up, reverse warrior, reaching up and back. Keep bending that front knee. And exhale, side angle, left elbow on the left thigh. Right arm either straight towards the sky or up and overhead. Drawing that top shoulder open and then drawing that right shoulder blade down towards the hip. Good, lengthening through that right side body, pressing into the outside of the back foot. Keep that left knee bent as you inhale to come back into reverse warrior. And then keep reaching back, straighten the front leg. Reaching the left arm forward and exhale, Trikonasana triangle. So again, turning that back hip forward a little bit, powering up through that back hip and leg, strong through the legs. Maybe the right arm towards the sky. Or you can take the gaze down if it's too much for the neck, so you choose. Just listening to your body. Good. And then right hand comes onto the right hip, shift weight forward. Coming into that front leg as you extend the right leg back, opening that top hip, flex the foot. Right arm towards the sky. And strong. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Good. Keep stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. One more full breath. And then bending into the standing leg. Inhale back into warrior two. Exhale, sinking a little lower. Inhale, flip the left palm up, reverse. And exhale. Chaturanga, cartwheel, hands down, shift forward, halfway. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends up behind. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Lightly step it through. This time, stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, high lunge. Take a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reaching up and over to the right. Sinking down nice and low, getting deep stretch into that front of that back leg. Really lengthening the hip flexor, the psoas. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, left elbow comes under the right. Inhale, lifting the elbows up for eagle. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward. We're going to take off into that right leg and come up into our eagle as you wrap the left leg over the right. Good. Keep sinking the hips a little low. Lifting the elbows up. You can either stay here, maybe folding forwards. Elbows come down towards the thigh. Breathing into the hips, breathing into shoulders. Good. Inhale to slowly come back up. Extending the right arm up, and then take the left ankle in the right and the left hand and finding your tree pose. So the sole of the foot can be on the inner shin or the inner thigh, and then reaching the arms up, finding your tree. Hips are square to the front, draw the belly in. Keep your focus, your drishti, breathing deeply. Good. And then palms to the heart, bending into the standing leg, left ankle over the right thigh for your figure four. So opening up that hip, shifting your drishti now down as you maybe sink down a little lower and maybe fold forwards as you exhale. Elbows come down towards the shin. Keep flexing that left foot to protect the knee. Good. One more breath, really strong. And then inhale with control. We're going to come all the way back up, reach the arms up, extend that left leg all the way back, high lunge, and exhale. Hands to the mat, chaturanga, shift forward, halfway lower down. Inhale, top of the feet, hands press into the mat, upward dog. Or knees can stay down for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up behind. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Lightly step it through, stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, high lunge. Sinking down nice and low, and then take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, reaching up and over to the left. Deep stretch into that right psoas. Good. And then inhale, extend, exhale, right elbow under the left. Inhale, lift the elbows, little back bend. And exhale, leaning forward. We're going to take off into our eagle on the left leg. Wrapping the right arm leg around. Sinking the hips down nice and low, bending into that standing leg. Lifting the elbows up as you inhale. And exhale, maybe folding forwards. Just moving to your edge, using your breath to guide you. Breathing into the shoulders, the hips. Keeping your drishti. And then inhale, slowly coming back up. Extend the left arm up, and then maybe the right hand takes the right ankle, so the foot on the inner thigh, or it can stay on the inner shin. Reaching the arms up, finding your tree, vrikshasana. Keeping your focus. Shoulders away from the ears. And then palms come to the heart, Bending into that left leg, right ankle over the left thigh, flex the foot. Inhale here, lengthen, and exhale, maybe sinking the hips, maybe folding forwards, finding that nice deep hip opener in the right side. Shifting your drishti now somewhere down on the mat if you're folding forwards in front. Using the breath just to stay present. Turning inwards, and then inhale slowly with control, reach the arms up. Step the right leg all the way back into your high lunge. Inhale and exhale. Chaturanga, you can always go straight into downward facing dog and skip the flows if you like. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips up high. Taking the knees down to the mat, take the knees wide, big toes touch. Sinking the hips back, taking a child's pose, forehead rests on the mat. Walk the arms forward and just lift the palms up off the mat. Stretching under the shoulders, reaching the hips back, breathing here. Good. And then coming back up into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends up behind, bend the knee, maybe stacking the hips if that feels available. Opening that hip. And as you exhale, right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Finding your lizard pose, gently swaying side to side. Right hand maybe gently pressing on the inner thigh. Opening that right hip. You can either stay here, maybe coming down onto the forearms. Keeping the neck long, in line with the spine. Breathing into that right hip. Maybe coming back up onto the left hand. Wrap the right arm up and around and take a hold of the left foot. As you draw that heel towards the hip, keep the shoulders, the chest lifted. So getting nice deep stretch in again in that front of that back leg. Good. And then slowly lowering that back foot down. Shifting the right foot all the way over to the left. Lowering the shin down, coming into your pigeon. So you can pat under that right hip. Lift up onto the fingertips, maybe walk the back leg back a little bit. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, folding forwards. If this feels awkward for you, you can roll onto your back and take the right ankle over the thigh, doing a figure four on your back like we did at the start. And just softening down through the shoulders, letting the heart center melt toward the earth. Resting the forehead on the mat. Breathing some space into that right hip. Good. And then walking the fingers back towards the shin. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes under. Right leg extends all the way back up. Bend the knees, stack the hips, and maybe flip your dog. Or you can just stay with the knee bend, do some little circles again. Open the heart. And exhale. Coming all the way back around, you can keep the right leg lifted for a one-legged vinyasa, or you can go straight into downward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up behind. Bend the knee, maybe stacking the hips, opening that hip again. And as you exhale, lizard pose, left foot comes to the outside of the left hand. Lower the back knee down, maybe the left hand on the inner thigh as you gently draw side to side. You can either stay here, maybe wrap the left arm around the back, taking a hold of the foot, and then draw the shoulders and the gaze forward again, opening the chest, lengthening front body. Good. If you have the foot, gently lower the foot down. Maybe coming down onto the forearms if you did that on the other side. Or maybe noticing a difference in size. One side might be a little more open than the other. So just really honoring your body. And coming back up onto the hands. Shifting the left foot into the middle. And taking the shin down to the mat, coming into your pigeon. Walking the back leg back, Lifting up onto the fingers, untuck the back toes. Again, you can pad under that left hip with a blanket or a cushion or a block. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Reaching forward, keeping the length in the spine as you lower forward. Not just rounding the back, try not to round the back. And just melting down through the shoulders. Letting the whole body just be still and rest. Breathing deeply into that left hip. Feeling the breath, just nourishing the body. Good, and then slowly walking the fingers back towards the shin. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes under. Inhale, left leg extends back up, bend the knees, stack the hips. Either stay here for a couple of breaths or maybe flip your dog, opening the heart, lengthening. And exhale, coming all the way back around. You can either go straight into downward facing dog, maybe a one-legged or a regular vinyasa if you choose. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto the toes, bend the knees out forward. Exhale, walk or hop lightly so the feet come to the outside of the hands. And then we'll come into a deep squat malasana. Palms to the heart, sinking the hips down. Feet are pointing out a little bit. Elbows maybe gently draw the inner thighs away from you. And spine as long as you close the eyes and breathe. Nice deep hip opener. Breathing into the low back. Good. And then we'll take the hands back around behind us and come into a seat on the mat. Keep the knees out wide and then feet come together. Press the hands down behind the hips. Lift the hips and find a nice tall spine as you lift up onto the sits bones. Inhale, lengthen, take the hands on the feet. And exhale as you fold forwards over the legs. Maybe the elbows gently draw on the inner thighs. Breathing deeply. Good. And then inhale as you slowly come back up. Take the hands on the outside of the thighs. Draw the knees together. Extend the legs long towards the front of the mat. Again, sitting up onto the sits bones. Inhale, lengthen. Flex the feet, draw the toes back towards the shins, exhale, belly comes down towards the thighs, reaching forward. Try not to round the back, so keep the shoulders away from the ears and lengthen, and then take a hold of whatever you can reach, side of the calves, the shins, the ankles of the feet. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale as you fold. Letting the head and neck relax when you can't fold forwards anymore. Every inhale, a little bit length. Every exhale, a little more fold. Good. And then slowly inhale as you rise back up. Draw the belly down towards the spine. Draw the shoulders down the back and rolling down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down onto your back. Bend the knees, take the soles of the feet on the mat, coming into one bridge pose, knees over the ankles. Inhale, lift the hips up, rolling out one vertebrae at a time. Maybe draw the shoulders under the torso, interlace the fingers if that feels available. Or you can place a block under the hips and take a supportive bridge. Draw the inner thighs towards each other as you find a little internal rotation here. And then squeezing the heels back along the mat, so finding a little bit of strength in the back of the legs. Good. Breathing deeply here. Pressing the back of the head gently into the mat, creating some space in the back of the neck. One more breath. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come away from the body as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down onto the back. Taking the knees wide, the soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, closing your eyes. Just coming back to your breath, coming back to your heart center, Coming back home and feeling this connection within. Feeling this stillness in the body, maybe some stillness in the mind. Maybe some openness in the body and some openness in the mind. Taking the hands on either side of the thighs, draw the knees together, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a gentle squeeze as you rock side to side, releasing the low back, the sacrum. And then take the knees wide, flex the feet, hands on the soles of the feet or the back of the thighs, and gently, happy baby, rocking side to side. Deep hip opener. You can stay with this, or maybe taking the first two fingers around the big toes, and then straightening the legs, extending the legs out, wide. Maybe drawing the legs up, and then draw the toes down towards the shins, keeping the shoulders ahead on the mat. Nice deep stretch in the back of the legs. Good. And then taking the hands behind the back of the thighs, bend the knees, gently inhale, draw the knees into the chest, giving yourself some gratitude for being here, for taking this time out of your day to practice yoga, to breathe, to be present, cultivate this state of calm. And exhale, resting in Shavasana. Letting the legs be long along the mat, arms to the side, palms face up. And just letting the whole body melt into the earth, finding stillness in the body, heaviness in the body. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the whole body. Final rest. Beginning to deepen the breath, finding some movement, wiggle the fingers, the toes, rotate the wrists and the ankles. And reaching the arms up overhead, long stretch, point the toes. Gently draw the knees into the chest, rolling onto the right side of the body. And then making your way to come into a comfortable seat on your mat. You can be cross-legged or on your knees. Feeling the sit bones grinding down, draw the palms to the heart center, bowing down to the heart, honoring this place of divine, of truth within our hearts. Coming back home to who we truly are. This is the practice of yoga, the journey to the self. We'll finish our practice with the sound of Om. Take a deep inhale. The light and love within my heart connects with the light and love within yours. And when we are in this place together within the universe, we are one. Namaste. Thank you everybody for practicing today. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this practice, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Once again, I'm Sally, and we'll see you next time. Namaste, much love.